A major voice within the Trump administration will soon be leaving.
Yeah, Caroline Leavitt is stepping down as the White House press secretary at the end of the month. Her departure comes less than a month after she returned to the White House from maternity leave. She was the youngest White House press secretary in history when she first took office, and she says that she wants to spend more time with her family.
NBC News political reporter Megan Brand joins us now with more on that. What else are we learning about this exit for Caroline Leavitt here?
Yeah, so it's a major shakeup because she's really been one of the top voices for the Trump administration in explaining the policies to the American public. And so in terms of what comes next for her, we don't know what comes next in terms of any potential next job. But she says in that post where she had talked about her departure that she wants to spend more time with her family. She recently had her second kid a couple of months ago. And she wrote in that post that since returning to the White House after the birth of her second kid, she felt like she couldn't be the best mom that her kids deserve. She wrote that while devoting she couldn't be the best mom her kids deserved while devoting the constant time, energy, and attention required of the White House press secretary. Now, President Trump also had a post to Truth Social where he praised Leavitt, and he also basically said that she was still going to have his ear, but this time as an outside advisor. In that post, he also said that she would be an influential voice within the Republican Party. Notably, though, guys, we don't know yet who is going to replace her, and so that's something we're going to keep a close eye on.
Let's talk about some news here that we got about the upcoming midterm election. So this is the Trump administration offering to help states in some way guard or secure their elections, even though we know the federal team that did that was essentially stripped under this administration. What are they offering? How would that work?
Yeah, so the Trump administration is now offering to help some of these states with election security measures, but for some of these state election officials, while they're grateful for this support that the Trump administration is now reaching out about in a phone call earlier this week, they're also basically saying that they wish that some of this stuff had come sooner. So our colleagues Jane Tim and Kevin Collier had talked with some of these secretaries of state, some Democrats. So, for example, the Arizona Secretary of State had called the offer the definition of a day late and a dollar short, and the Minnesota Secretary of State, who is also a Democrat, had said that it's almost certainly too little too late. And this comes, guys, as we are just a couple of months before the November election. So that is really right around the corner here.
Yeah, no kidding. And speaking of that, let's talk about Wisconsin. Like so many states that have had primaries, you're having to see sort of the more progressive and more moderate wings of the Democratic Party look to come together. What's happening in Wisconsin after what was really a razor-thin primary race for governor?
Yeah, a razor-thin primary race and an upset where David Crowley, the moderate, had won the election. And so now both he and Francesca Hong, who's the Democratic socialist who had been pulling ahead of this, are now trying to come together and have this show of unity. And so you can see on the screen there that they actually were both at this unity meal alongside some other Democrats. And Francesca Hong had also said in a post to X that she fully supports Crowley and that she looks forward to working with him to defeat Representative Tom Tiffany, who is going to be Crowley's opponent this fall. And then meanwhile, Crowley is also praising Francesca Hong for her work. Take a listen to what he had to say.
And I also want to say thank you to, particularly Francesca Hong. The work that she put in, the leadership that she brought to the table. And the fact is that this is about making sure that everybody's voice is heard. And so I'm looking forward to kicking off this unity tour, making sure that we're bringing every single voice to the state.
Looking ahead, guys, now David Crowley is on a 5-day unity tour across the state alongside some other Democratic candidates.
All right. Megan, thank you so much.
Thank you.